Hi, the Life and Confessions of a Hypnotherapist Life Coach, episode 5. It's Saturday. I've got 4 hours to do today, 4 hours tomorrow, and then I've got a day off Monday. So don't feel sorry for me, 8 hours work, but good clients, good money, and time for myself and balance. And people will often say, I want to be a therapist, I'd like that kind of life, but how will I know it all? You know, when a client comes and sits in the room opposite me, how will I access all that knowledge, all that training I did, all the stuff I read in the psychology books? How am I going to have that in my head? How do you let it out? How does it come? And it's really important, I feel, to be empty in a therapy room, empty up here, because it won't flow unless you're empty. It's like if you have to do a big speech. You don't want to know the speech off by heart perfectly in every way when you do the speech. You want to walk on stage empty, so the speech just flows. It becomes more of a conversation. Because what we want to do is when the client sits in the chair, we want to become a kind of detective. They have a problem, and the problem is X. It could be any problem, right? But just call it X. And they're stuck with their problem. And what we want to know is what it'll be like if we take X away. What will life be like without X? But we want to hear how they language it, voice it, how they sit, how their physiology is, what decisions they're making, how their life is. Sometimes I'll just ask them about their life, not about the problem. I want to know how it is to be them. And then I want to be like a detective and get in their mind and have great empathy to imagine I'm sitting in that chair with this kind of physiology, because sometimes I'll sit like them, breathe like them, talk like them a little bit, just to get a sense of what it's like to be them. And then playing with the language they use. Someone said to me the other day, I have to do this exam at work, and it's a speaking exam, it's an oral exam. But every time I walk into that room, for those 15 minutes I'm there, it feels like someone's strangling me around the throat. What does that make you think of? That's right. They can't speak, right? No voice. That's where the block comes. And then what they do is they rehearse this over and over and over, that when I go into the exam room, it will feel like someone's strangling me. And what do you think is going to happen? Because you create the world you live in by the things you think about, the choices you make, the beliefs you have. And all of your thoughts become beliefs in the end, right? So I can't get a handle on this. It's like a metaphor, isn't it? There's no handle. I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're not in a tunnel. But imagine if you were out of the tunnel, standing next to the light with some amazing glasses on it, and you could see clearly what it was. What would that feel like? We're just going to shift that language around, right? We want to change how they feel. Ever heard anyone say, no pain, no gain? Now, if you're trying to lose weight and you say no pain, no gain, what does that make you think of? Pain and gain. That's why when we talk about weight management, we don't really want to talk about weight loss. Because how does it feel to lose something? Bad, right? You don't want to lose things. We want to reduce our weight. We don't want weight loss, because loss makes us think of mourning something, letting go of something. Sometimes we want to keep it close by, right? If someone says, I really need to try hard to do this, what does that make you think of? What does the word try make you think of? Fail, right? Try. You might do it, but you might fail. What about hard? It doesn't work, does it? So the language we use creates the world that we live in. So what are you struggling with? And what language do you use to voice it? And how does it make you feel? Because remember, it's an illusion. You can do anything you want to do if you create a new story. If you change your story, change this messed up illusion, this mistaken belief. Because in the beginning, you never had that belief, but you've created it. But so many people are holding on to problems that are just comfortable. They're holding on to comfortable problems. What's your one? And really, is it true that you can't change it? So, I hope you have a good day. I'll check in with you tomorrow. And obviously, if there's anything you want to ask me about being a life coach or a therapist or a hypnotherapist, just write in the comments underneath. We've got a free weekend. Next weekend, May the 27th and 28th, if you want to come along. But there's lots of other free weekends planned after. There's one the week after in Sutton, June 3rd and 4th. There's one on June the 24th and 25th in London. So come along and enjoy a taster if you want. All right? Nice speaking to you. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.